Hello, Alice again, and I did not turn on the light. No. There you go. That's better. Okay. Hello, Alice again, and I will be marking off everything that is set for Monday, which is the 3rd, and yeah, and I'll do my closing for February because yesterday I had to take care of Princess Mia, so I'll fast forward this, and yeah, I'll just be marking off with my mild liners. Okay, now that that's covered, let's go to let me write what I have to write here. Discover. That's it. Okay, now let's swing back to this way. Yes. Okay, next month I will cover the next page, which is monthly net worth tracker. As of today, I'm covering what I started, which is my monthly budget category breakdown. And the budget planner that I use is the Budget by Paycheck workbook, and it's from the Budget Mom. She has the digital form available, and she also has the larger book. This is the smaller scale that I use. I love it. I can put it in my bag and continue with it. Okay, here we go. As you guys can recall, this was covered in the previous video. Okay, how I calculated my starting balance, my income, my other income, and my savings that I used or borrowed as a buffer. And I add that, or any sinking funds, I add that to my total month, creating a total monthly inflow. Everything is allocated, and this was my inflow, $3,474.38. How did I get this information? I went straight to my trackers, and my trackers, if everything was allocated correctly, it was added to the budget breakdown. Okay, extra hours I allocated as earned income, because I have to pay income tax on that. So all my extra income and all my earned income for my job is also allocated. So I didn't bring my calculator. Give me a second while I get my calculator. I'm not going to pause. I'm just gonna go pick it up. Yeah, it was in my room. but it's not far away. Okay, now that we're back, as I said, I am calculating my earned income, and my earned income is 200. Okay, let's put it here. I don't know if you can see it. I sure hope so. Let me see if I can set this that way you guys can see. I hope so. Okay, so it's 200, my other extra hours. For my total income, I have 728.89. For another extra hours, upcoming week was 60. And extra hours again on the 18th, that was a total of 80. For my normal paycheck, 812.66. Extra hours plus 80, and another extra hours for the upcoming week on the 28th was 28, right? And this other income, was it that way? Buffer. Huh. Oops, oops, oops. Don't tipsy over. Plus 100. Huh. How did I calculate that? Did I miss something? Let me do this over. Let me leave the $100 because that's a side hustle and it's not permanent. So that's 80, 80, 80, 80. We have plus 812.66. Plus 80 plus 60 plus 200 and 728.89. Oh, there you go. I don't know what I calculated. Okay, so it's 2,041.55. That's my earned income, and that's what I have to pay my taxes on. Okay, as for my starting balance, do not disappear on me. As for my starting balance, that was the closing for January, and the closing for January is $776 and $649.11. So it's 776 plus 649.11, and that's 656.87, 656.87. So there we already have 2 columns going on my third. This is other income. Anything else that entered that is not savings or a buffer that entered my account. So these are utilities shared. And where are you? Okay, we have a 92 here. 92. We have 100. And oh, here you go. The half of the utility, 120.96 plus 120.96. So that's, for that column is 312.96, which is the third column. Oh, and the $3 that I found in the washing machine, plus the $3 in the washing machine, and I did budgeted $315.96. $315.96. Now we have 3 columns completed. Now we go to anything that is savings, sinking funds that you added, or a buffer that you utilize in order to keep a balance. And obviously I have to return the 460 because it was 280 that I borrowed, and then 180 is 460. So now we have 4 columns. The final column is the total of everything that entered my account, and that will be your total inflow. So we have 460, 315.96, 2,041.55, and 656.87. That's $3,474.38, which is my final column. Now, as you saw, I budgeted and I spent, and I filled this out all the way to my savings. These are all the categories, and where I went over, I marked off in red, and where I am under, it's in green. Debt, I put it in green. I know I went over what I budgeted, but it's in my favor. That's the way I see it. So my March starting balance, since I closed out the month, you have to finish and close out your month before you can do the monthly budget category breakdown, because you're going to need what is left over in that budget for this month so you can allocate it to the next month, and that'll give you a percent of what is remaining in according to your total inflow. Okay, so how do we verify the percent? We divide what is spent with the total monthly inflow. And I'll do this fast forward, and then we will talk about it. Okay, now it's time to explain. When you tally or add every dollar spent plus your rollover, it should equal your total monthly inflow. If that equals the same, that means you allocated every dollar, every cent. Now, as for our percentage, let's see. I divided my spending to my total inflow, and that will give me the percent. Now let's see if this percent adds to 100. $99. So I do believe I can roll it to 1% and it'll equal, let me verify that again. And if this is 1%, it is a total of 100%. So everything is allocated. Just heard noise and it was like bothering me. Okay. So let me verify why I put 0. Okay, if I have 10 divided by 3, 4, 7, 4, 38. If I round off this to a 3, no, I just don't know why it's rounded off to a 1. If I don't know, but yeah, if it's 1%, it adds up to 100. So that should be the way it works. I don't know. I always thought it was 5. You round off to the nearest one. You round up, not down. But, you know. Anyway, this is how to use this page. You account for what you budgeted will be your second column in the second half. Your monthly spent, you add every single thing you spent in each category. You write it down, and at the end, when you close out your weekly or bi-weekly, which is the last one of the month, or if you budget monthly, when you close that out, it'll give you a remaining balance for your rollover, and that will be added to your column. When you add all these categories, you should end up with a total monthly inflow. It should be identical to what you did on top. That's how you verify. The second, you find the percentage of each category. For my utilities, I spent from my total inflow, 15% went to my utilities. My self-care, I only spent 1%. Miscellaneous, I spent 1%. For my transportation, I spent 8% of my total inflow. For my health, 10%. For my home, 10%. For subscriptions, 1%. For my food, 5%. For my tie, 1%. For my total debt, I spent 27%. So if you see, I am hitting my debt as much as I can. For my savings, I only have 3%. I'm hoping that one day I will have 3% to my debt and 27% to my savings. That's my goal. That should be everybody's goal. No debt, but savings, okay? To stop living paycheck to paycheck. And for my monthly inflow, my next upcoming or starting balance, I have 18% allocated from my total monthly inflow of February. So it's not bad. Not great, but not bad. I'm still living paycheck to paycheck, and you can see it here. When 27% of my money goes straight to my debt. And there you have it, the monthly closing for February 2025. Don't forget to like, subscribe, activate that bell, come and join me where I do. Obviously, I have to budget, sinking funds, savings challenges, and trying to live within my means, but without being in debt. That is my goal. If this is something you're interested in, all you have to do is like, subscribe, activate that bell. It's totally free, and you'll be helping out a girl. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Adios.